day kiss. Thank you.
Stay.
Okay, welcome to my garage. Taylor and I are setting up. We're preparing for a 2 to 3 camera shoot we have coming up for a documentary I have coined Intimate with Intelligence. It's the running name for now, but our second shoot and first major shoot with this group is coming up in 2 weeks. We're flying the crew and all of our equipment up to DC. So today we are matching cameras. We have 2 relatively new cameras. We have the Cinema Line FX30 from Sony, and then we have the A7IV, which is a full frame photo video camera. Right now we're running the G Master Mark II 24-70 on the A7IV and the 70-200 G Master Mark II on the FX30. Taylor is going to be setting up some LED lighting here, and we're going to throw some warmer gels, color gels on top of them to mimic the warmer lighting that we are limited to at the studio that we are renting. They only have tungsten lighting, which is it's older lighting. Some people still swear by it because it's warmer skin tones, cleaner, like magenta, less green and tungsten, but it's old and it's hot and it's bulky and it takes a ton of power, so it's not really that sustainable. We prefer working with LEDs where we can manipulate the color balance, we can make it look cooler, we can make it look warmer, and they are lighter, super lighter. That's my new word, super lighter. And then they are also cool. They have all these LEDs have fans built into them, but they really don't need much cooling because they don't get hot or nearly as hot as the tungstens do. And for reference, I'll just show you what a tungsten looks like. Wow, this is so heavy. Yeah, this is like a 35, 40, no, it's like 35 pounds. It's just bulky and awkward. Very heavy though. I guess that's another thing is like, we have these, you know, these are heavy duty C-stands, right? Like they're built to hold huge lighting rigs like this and more. But you know, if this thing, which it's not supposed to because we run safe sets and we're very cautious about how we, you know, set everything up, but if this were to tip over, if you were to knock your head into this, it's gonna hurt a lot more than an LED light, that's for sure.
Remember kids, practice safe sets.
Safe sets. Taylor, say hello. Tell us what you've got going on so far.
So what we got is the 3 cameras we're gonna be working with right here. I'm just putting the lenses on and kind of mimicking like where the cameras would be, like whether it's gonna be wide or tight. And then I got a little color checker card here. I'm gonna be shining the light on it, and then my goal is to do test footage and try to match the cameras as closely as I can color-wise, just because they're all completely different. We wanna make sure that when we cut between 2 cameras or 3 cameras, it doesn't look totally different. So that's the goal right now, and I'm gonna be taking notes and just making sure everything looks good. Yeah. You got something to say, Bilbo?
Speak. What do you have to say?
I don't think Bilbo has anything to say right now. Yeah, well, I got the computer here because I'm going to be doing test footage. I'm going to take that test footage on here and then just kind of look over it and make sure that all the colors look the same.
So while Taylor is finishing up prep for this, I thought I would take a moment to talk about the craft of storytelling and why we care so much about it. I am really proud and grateful to run this company, and proud of how much we invest of our time, our money, our blood, our sweat into a product and a craft that we're just really grateful to be a part of and proud to do. So, you know, I could tell you that we reinvested, you know, pretty much half of our profits into improving our equipment and quality and lighting and sound and everything, but it really doesn't compare to what we just emotionally, mentally, and physically invest into improving our craft and improving the quality of it, because we really do care about it, and we're super proud to be a part of projects and take on new opportunities. You know, like right now with this documentary that we're preparing for, it is about women in the intelligence community. And if you had asked me 2 years ago, you know, I never would have guessed. But it's humbling, and the way I see it is we get to be a part of somebody else's dream. You know, we're young, we're late 20s, early 30s at the company. We can do the hard labor. We are excited about learning new technologies and bringing the best quality to a production. But I think, you know, the people who we get to, so the people who are inspired to tell this story, they're not that much older than us. And the people who they want to produce a story about, the people who they want to feature, they have dedicated their lives to a life of service. And so we are humbled that we get to tell that story. And it's a big deal to us. So I will stop talking. I'll show you where Bilbo is currently sitting on his throne. And we are gonna get into these results here and dial in these cameras as accurately as we possibly can, so that we come as prepared as possible and do a good job for this documentary. Do you have anything to say at all?
Huh? Oh, Bilbo.
Yeah, Bilbo. Do you have anything?
All right, so I did all the tests on here, shot 3 different cameras in different settings. So I'm looking in the Lumetri scopes right now. So this is helping me kind of see, like if you're looking at the white right here, the white lands here, and if it looks white on here, that means it is, because you'll see like the colors here, how they're separated with all their different wavelengths between, you know, red, green, and blue. So FX30, this is it, looks good. Like I would shoot with this. The A7 is real close to it, so I would say these are a pretty good match. But then when we get to the FS7, I'm trying to play around with it, but it's like totally all over the place. It's weird. See, I can't even, when I'm in Cine I can't even change any of this stuff, even though I can change the white balance presets. So see, I can change the white balance, but it doesn't let me in here. So I gotta go like, literally gotta go back and go back to custom and then make my presets. Right. So I gotta figure out why that's happening. But Cine EI is kind of complicated with how it works. So it's like I'm still trying to decide whether we should do Cine EI or stay in custom mode, because there's more dynamic range in Cine EI, but it's very, like we have to like, we can't change as much inside of the camera. So you'll see here, it's not like perfect white. You can see the greens kind of drop down a little bit, and then some of the magentas and blues. And even the image here, like it looks totally different. Like there, you can see that, and then this one's like definitely out of whack. So I can play with it color grading wise, like I can kind of mess with it, but it's still like for matching a person, this is gonna look off. So I gotta do some internal settings and figure out the FS7 and how to get it to look like these. The A7 and the FX30 are good. Like they're matched. Like I'd feel comfortable shooting with those and editing them and color grading, and it's like, it's gonna look the same.
Beautiful.
But the FS7, I don't know. That one's gonna be like, it just looks different. So if I can figure it out here and make a preset, we're good to go. But it's also like they have different sensors, different color matrices, so I can get it, I'll never get it perfect because they're different cameras, but we'll see what I can do.
This is just the beginning. Long road ahead of us, but we are taking care and precaution throughout the whole thing as much as we can. See you next time.